Good afternoon, Backcountry Adventurers. We're here at the Lake Laurentian Conservation Area here in Sudbury, and we're going to check the Point Loop Trail out.
We are on our way out to the second lookout spot. They're pretty close together. Only probably walked about 5-10 minutes into the trail. Let's see. Quite the drop.
Yeah.
Doesn't look big. I don't know if this video is doing it justice, but it's a pretty big drop.
Yeah, it's very loose in this spot for sure. Always when it's loose rocks, make sure you're aware of the people below you, because that can cause tremendous injuries. Alright, so here we have a red pine. You can notice it's pine because it's really tufty like this, and it has very long needles in sets of 2. That's how you can tell it's one of the distinguishing factors of a red pine. You can also notice this very scaly bark on it. That's kind of a little bit different.
After we came around to that point on the loop, we came to this little bay, and in the corner you can see the super stack in Sudbury. See the beaver?
There's 2 of them. Another one just popped up. Their lodge is right there, you see it?
Yeah. There's their house.
And you can see all their trails coming up out of the water right through around here. And then if you come around the corner and look up over here, you can see where they've been having lunch.
Yeah, wow, they've been busy here, eh?
Yep.
Okay, so we've completed the first loop. Coming around, if you want to head back, you make a right, but you can continue on to loop 2 to the left. Let's go!
Alright, see how these needles are they're just all singular and they wrap entirely around the twig? That tells me that it's a spruce. Another way you can tell, like some spruce are hard to tell apart. You can tell a white spruce from a black spruce because you can see the branches are angled up. That's usually a telltale sign of a white spruce. If you scrape some of these scales off, and you see how it's a pinky salmon-y color, that usually tells you it's also a white spruce. And then if you taste some of the needles, if they taste piney or sprucey, it's a black spruce, but if it tastes like cat pee, like this does, it's a white spruce.
We found a burrow. Not too sure what kind of animal made this. There's 2 holes.
Yeah, there's one, the main one right there. This might be like an escape hatch. There might be another one over here. No, it looks like it used to be one, but it's been caved in.
Oh. So we've completed the second loop trail and now we are heading back along the back part of the trail.
Hello. So I have a red pine here and I'm going to show you a few different aspects of the cones. See, as you can see on this branch here, we have some open cones. You can see that the scales have peeled open, whereas on right here you can see a closed cone. It's a little bit smaller. It hasn't matured fully yet, but it's a good example of a closed cone. Both of those are female cones. Now if you can look all up in here, you can see the male end. Wait. You can see the male end. These are the male cones. They open up and they will pollinate the female cones.
Cool.
This is where the new growth comes from too. This end here, this is where it's going to extend its next branch out. It's going to come from right there.
Okay, so we finished the point loop trails at Lake Laurentian Conservation Area. It took us just over 2 hours and our GPS told us that we walked 4.7 kilometers. My favorite part about this trail was getting to see the many lookouts, some of them right at the lake level and some of them on high cliffs. Some wildlife that we saw were a couple of beavers, ducks and geese, a really cool den of some sort we came across too, and we look forward to visiting this conservation area again to do some more trails. Happy hiking!